I'm Alicia Burgard. I'm originally from Wyoming and came to Brookings for college and never left. I work for First Bank and Trust here in Brookings, and I do compliance. I am currently receiving prenatal care at Brookings Health System. I'm expecting my first child in July, and my physician is Dr. Larissa Bennis. I had to have 3 different ultrasounds. The first, of course, was your typical 20-week ultrasound. Then, because they couldn't get her to move so they could see the brain, I had to come back in 24 weeks so they could get a good picture and make sure everything was okay. And then I have thyroid issues. I have hyperthyroidism, and so they had me come in at 32 weeks just to check growth because there can be issues with that. They've been really great in asking every single time, do I know the sex of the baby or want to know the sex of the baby? One of the exams, she was buried down in my hip and they couldn't get a picture of her brain. They tried everything they could to try and get her to move, and she was stubborn and would not. But they were trying to make me not have to come back for another ultrasound, so I really appreciated that, even though ultimately I came back. But at least they were trying the best that they could. They're always really good at explaining, what exactly they're looking at, because obviously my husband and myself don't always know what we're looking at, but yeah, I've been really impressed. I've always appreciated that the ultrasound staff here at Brookings Hospital is always nice. They put me at ease. The room that you go in is very comfortable. They always dim the lights so you're not staring up at bright fluorescent lights. I have just always had a very positive experience. I plan on delivering my baby here in Brookings at the Brookings Hospital. I have heard absolutely nothing but good things about Brookings Hospital from anybody who's delivered here. It'll save me from having to drive while in labor to Sioux Falls. Toured their birthing center, and it was very nice. I was very impressed on the facilities, and I'm very excited to have Dr. Bennis actually deliver my baby versus in Sioux Falls you get whomever happens to be on call, and I really want my doctor to deliver my baby. She just really puts you at ease when you come in the room. She's very down to earth. I've really appreciated any time that I ask her a question. She'll give you the textbook answer, but then she'll also kind of tell you whether or not this is something you for sure you have to follow, avoiding foods or such things, or if it's in general, this is a rule you should follow kind of a thing, but if once in a while you do it, it won't hurt the baby kind of a thing. And I just like having somebody who's going to be that honest with me. And so I know when she tells me don't do something, I'm not going to do it, because she's not just rattling off something from a textbook. She's really looking out for the well-being of myself and my baby. If I had any advice for any first-time parents, I would take the birthing classes at the Brookings Health Center. Had a lot of good information, things that you can always read on the internet, but it's nice coming from a professional that knows what they're doing. Got to know one of the nurses that I will possibly see when I give birth, which was great. Just had a lot of good information, and I feel very much more prepared after having taken that class. What I appreciate the most about Brookings Health System is the fact that it's right here in the community. When I do go into labor, it'll be a 5-minute drive from my house, which I think will just take a lot of stress off myself and my husband during that time. Every time I've been here, they've been great staff, really easy to work with, and so I think that that'll continue. I would recommend Brookings Health Systems if they're considering their OB care. I so far have just had a great experience. Check-in has been fast and easy. The ultrasounds that I've have been just phenomenal. The tour that I took, I was just very impressed with the facilities, and I expect nothing more than a good experience when I have my child.